Welcome, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. In this explainer, we're going to unpack a brilliant technical blueprint that will, quite frankly, completely change how you manage your customer relationships. We're looking at the step-by-step installation for building your very own, completely self-hosted, open-source WhatsApp CRM. It's called V-CRM, and it's an absolute game changer for solopreneurs, freelancers, and builders who just want complete control over their systems. Let's start with why this is so absolutely crucial. Right now, you or maybe your clients might be paying upwards of 10,000 rupees a month or an equivalent really steep monthly fee just for commercial WhatsApp CRM tools. And honestly, what's worse? Those third-party solutions often lock down your data. No way, right? Well, the V-CRM solution we're exploring today costs 0 rupees per month for the software. It's completely self-hosted. That means you own every single piece of data. And the best part? It's backed by the official Meta API. So no unofficial scrapers and definitely no getting your number banned. You're using the exact same official method that the huge enterprise companies use. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We've got 4 clear phases. First, the accounts checklist. Second, Supabase setup. Third, Meta API integration. And fourth, web deployment. Part 1, the accounts checklist. To successfully build this CRM, you're going to need 4 essential tools. You can kind of think of these like the anatomy of our project. First up, GitHub. This is where the open source code lives. It's basically the project's DNA. Second is your IDE, which is just your workstation. Third is Supabase. Supabase acts as the brain and memory bank of your CRM, holding all your contacts and messages. And fourth, a Meta developer account. This acts as the mouth and ears of your CRM, allowing it to actually send and receive messages out there on the WhatsApp network. Just to make sure we're all perfectly tracked here, an IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Don't let the fancy name fool you. It's simply the software where we manage and edit our code. VS Code is a super popular open source one. And tools like Cursor, they're actually built right on top of VS Code, but they add in some really cool AI capabilities. You absolutely do not need to be a master coder to use this. You literally just need it installed to open our project folder. Moving on to part 2, Supabase setup. All right, so here are the quick prep steps. First, you head over to the V-CRM GitHub repository and fork it. Now, forking is absolutely crucial. It basically copies the project into your own personal GitHub account so you can make changes without messing up the original creator's code. Once it's forked, you clone it down to your IDE. Next, you run npm install right in your terminal to download all the necessary software libraries. Note that you do need Node.js installed on your computer to do this. Finally, you'll see a file in there named local.example. You need to duplicate this and rename it to .env.local. This environment file is highly secure. It's essentially the vault where all our secret API keys are going to live. Now, we get to spin up the brain of the operation, Supabase. Go to Supabase, create a new organization, and spin up a project. From your project settings, grab your URL, your anon key, and your service role key, and paste those securely into that .nv.local vault file we just talked about. And remember, keep your service role key absolutely secret. Once that's connected, you just have to push the provided SQL migrations from the code straight into Supabase. You can do this by running a simple database push command, or honestly just pasting the SQL files directly into the Supabase SQL editor. This instantly structures your database with all the right tables for your contacts, messages, and settings. It's that easy.
Part 3, Meta API integration.
Now, what's really interesting about this setup is how exactly it maps out where to extract each crucial piece of information from the rather sprawling Meta developer dashboard. You're going to need several keys to make this whole thing work. Your app secret, that's found under basic settings. Your phone number ID and business account ID, those are located right in the WhatsApp API setup section once you link a number. And your permanent access token is generated by creating a system user. You take all of these specific keys and just paste them right into your V-CRM platform's settings dashboard. During this setup, you'll also create a verify token. Now, this can just be a name or a simple phrase, but I want you to notice this critical security detail. When you check your Supabase database, that verify token isn't stored as plain text. Nope, it is fully encrypted using an encryption key that you generated and stored securely in your environment file. This isn't just some neat little bonus feature. This strict encryption step is explicitly demanded by Meta's security guidelines. They take this stuff very seriously. Okay, before we can test if Meta is successfully talking to our local database, we need a tool called ngrok. You see, to receive messages, we absolutely must configure a webhook in Meta. But Meta outright rejects standard, unsecured HTTP links, which, of course, is what your local computer runs on. ngrok solves this beautifully. It creates a secure tunnel, instantly turning your local HTTP traffic into a secure HTTPS link that Meta will actually accept and talk to. Let's trace how this architecture works chronologically once that secure webhook is plugged into Meta. It's like a giant puzzle coming together. When a user sends a WhatsApp message from their phone, the Meta app receives it first. Because we configure that webhook, Meta immediately triggers an alert and sends that message data straight over to our server. Supabase seamlessly logs that new data into our tables, and boom, it instantly displays right there on our V-CRM inbox dashboard. It's a beautifully efficient pipeline. Finally, part 4, web deployment. The reason for this step is obvious, but it's an absolute deal breaker if you ignore it. Your local host goes to sleep the second you close your laptop. So, to receive WhatsApp messages around the clock from your clients, you must deploy your code to a live server that runs 24/7. Fortunately, deploying modern Node.js applications is incredibly streamlined today. First, you just choose an affordable Node.js hosting provider and create an application. Step 2, you connect your GitHub accounts and select your forked V-CRM repository. Step 3, and listen up because this is by far the most crucial step, you must manually copy over every single one of your environment variables from your local .env setup into the host's deployment settings. If you miss a key, the app won't connect to Supabase. It's that simple. Once those keys are securely in, step 4 is literally just clicking deploy. The server builds the app and provisions a live URL for you. So, the crucial point is, why go through this technical journey in the first place? Well, the payoff is absolutely massive. First, full data ownership. Every conversation, every single contact lives securely in your own Supabase database, not on some random vendor's system. Second, complete customizability. You have the raw open source code. You can change the branding, adjust the colors, maybe even build out new AI automation features if you want. And third, 0 monthly software fees. Aside from the dirt cheap cost of a basic hosting server and official Meta per message rates, the CRM software itself is yours for free, forever. You can't beat that. Now, if you're a freelancer or an agency looking to sell this as a service, I really want you to listen to this number, 15 to 20. Yes, navigating this entire blueprint for the very first time might take you over an hour as you learn the ropes. But once you know where the keys go and how to push the database, setting up a brand new, fully functioning CRM for your next client drops to a mere 15 to 20 minutes. It's an incredibly scalable offering for your business. And this brilliantly illustrates the real power of open source tools combined with just a bit of structured learning. We've covered the whole shebang today, from the initial accounts checklist with GitHub, Supabase, and Meta, all the way to deploying a live 24/7 server. So my final question for you today is this. Are you ready to take back your data, ditch those expensive monthly software fees, and build your own customized CRM? Grab your GitHub account and start building. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what you create.